Yeah.
Well, some major tech news now. Verizon is buying Yahoo for nearly $5 billion. Yahoo will be integrated with AOL, also owned by Verizon. A Yahoo spokesman says it's too early to say whether CEO Marissa Mayer will stay on. U.S. federal regulators must approve the deal, but is expected to be finalized in the first quarter of next year. Let's bring in Eric Schiffer, CEO of Patriarch Equity, to discuss what is a kind of a massive deal, I guess. But, not when you think about the fact that, what was it, 2008, Microsoft offered $45 billion for Yahoo. Back in 2000, the company had, a market value of $130 billion. How do you go from $130 billion 16 years ago to, $5 billion, a little less?
They didn't stay relevant.
Yeah.
You have to stay relevant. They didn't do it. I mean, that's the problem. And they could have gotten out. They were, I think, misled by the original founder who kept wanting to find a savior. They went through some 5-6 CEOs. And look, it hasn't happened. It's been a huge disaster, one after the other. To see this kind of write down is crazy.
Okay, the big savior a couple of years ago was the new CEO, Marissa Mayer. She's staying on, but isn't that something where she has to say right now? Eventually, the expectation is that she could probably leave.
Well, look, if she left, that's $57 million they got to pay her. So I don't think they're going to see her leave that quickly.
Okay, I mean, she walks away. If and when she does leave, she gets $57 million. She's received, $100 million in compensation in just the past couple of years. That's a lot of money for not succeeding.
$219 million for failing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's craziness. I mean, this is insane. And this happens with a lot of CEOs. It's where you see the backlash in the U.S. and other parts of Europe. And it's fine if they're performing, but there was no performance here. There really wasn't.
I should say, though, turning Yahoo around, regardless of who the CEO, was always going to be a Herculean task, right?
I think it would be yes, it's a Herculean task. This was Icarus' story,
right,
where she probably got too close to the sun.
Promised too much.
Way too much.
Okay, Verizon, they now bought AOL, and Yahoo is, I guess it's the 90s all over again.
It is.
So how do these two acquisitions work for Verizon?
Well, it's going to be great. Verizon's coming up to what we call saturation. So this allows them to be able to take their 100 million subscribers, give them content, great content. Yahoo has great content, there's no question about it, and expand that user base. They've got 1 billion users now that they can reach with advertising, so they can make more money. They want to get to 2 billion. This is a big way for them to make that happen.
This deal, though, is odd because they're paying just shy of $5 billion for Yahoo, but a lot of the other assets from the company, valued between $30 and $40 billion, are being left behind. And it's going to be a publicly traded investment company with the definition no current intent. What is that? How does that actually work?
Well, look, it's a holding company. Essentially, it's an investment company. There's no real assets, and no real operating service company at all. And so this is really will ultimately be sold, but it's nothing more than a hedge fund at this point. The real power behind Yahoo in terms of the core intellectual property has been sold now.
And of course, there's still that huge stake that Yahoo has in the Chinese firm Alibaba, which is part of that RemainCo company. So what's the hold up with that? It's a tax issue, basically, isn't it? The reason why they don't want to get rid of that?
Yeah, that's a tax issue. They've held back. They were looking at it. They tried to get an opinion, actually, on the tax side. It wasn't favorable. So they'll probably hold it for a while. Who knows? It's a hedge fund now.
Right.
Yahoo is like the Hindenburg. It's blown up with just core assets that are left.
Okay, from internet pioneer to a hedge fund, how times have changed. Eric, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Appreciate it. You've been watching CNN Newsroom live from Los Angeles. I'm John Paul. Stay with us. World Sport is up next. Then I will be back with another hour of news from all around the world. Watching CNN.
PayPal introduces Zoom, the money transfer service that lets you send money on the go. With Zoom and PayPal, you and your money are secure. We guarantee that the money will be received or we will refund it. And for your peace of mind, we'll send you a text alert when the money is received. Download the Zoom app and slide to send money to Asia, Africa, Australia, Europe and the Americas. Zoom, the easiest way to send money